you open your mouth and say ah? And stick out your tongue. I just want to see the tongue itself. And can you lift? Back for another holistic assessment and treatment today. First, I'm going to feel the pulses in the neck. This is really tight in here. That doesn't surprise me if you're having some stomach discomfort. Hi, Jeremy.
Hi.
Good to see you again. Back for another holistic assessment and treatment today. So we'll continue with the work that we've done on you over the past couple of years and make sure everything is tip-top, okay?
Sounds good.
So first I'll have you fill out the survey, and it's just going to ask you some questions about your health and overall well-being right now. So we can take a look at that holistically, okay? Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Great, so we'll look over everything and then I'll start doing a few tests as well. So it looks like experiencing a little bit of fatigue and trouble sleeping.
Yeah.
That is typical for you. So you can look at that. And it looks like here you've been having some issues with the digestion system, feeling a little just unusual. Mm-hmm. Is that like not feeling great after eating or feeling more full or bloated?
Yeah, full and bloated.
Okay. And then it looks like you've got some muscle joints and muscle and joint pain as well. Okay. And you said it's bad in one knee. Which knee is that?
The left knee.
Left knee, okay. And how are your feet doing? I know you've had issues with them in the past.
They're okay right now, manageable.
Okay, but still a little bit of discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other things I should note? Any headaches or migraines or anything like that?
Not more than usual.
Okay, same as always. Okay, so biggest issues are the fatigue, the digestion, and the muscle pain, joint pain. So I'm gonna do a couple of tests. So just stay where you are. You can relax and close your eyes and just relax. So first I'm gonna feel the pulses in the neck, and pulses tell us a lot about the body and the circulation. So I want to look, could you swallow for me? I want to check the thyroid. Good. Okay. I'm going to feel all the lymph nodes as well. We do have one swollen node right here. Does that feel tender at all?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Yep. So it's on the left side. under the mandibular. Check the auriculars. Those feel okay. Check on the temperature of the skin. Can you open your mouth and say ah? And stick out your tongue. I just want to see the tongue itself. And can you lift? So a little bit of malabsorption of the tongue down. Relax. A little bit of blueness hue up to the under of the tongue. So that could be a symptom of your digestion issues, but more acid in the stomach rolling around there. It's causing, looks like a little bit of like irritation to the mouth. Okay, I'm going to take your blood pressure. You've done this before, so just relax. Hold that for me for just 1 second. Okay, and just relax. It's going to get just a little tight. Try that one more time. Should be nice and loose now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's going to get tight again one more time. Okay. Blood pressure's good. Let me feel the pulses in your arms. Muscle tone. Relax yourself. And I'm just going to look at the neck. Good. Right, last thing is to just take your reflexes and then we'll get you to the treatment table. Relax for me. There you go. Okay, so we're going to focus on two main things today. The reduction of the wind element, which is going to cause bloating, irritation to the stomach, and the reduction of the heat element, or the fire element, which is built up over time with stress and anxiety, and it causes this fieriness or this heat, which will really, really mess with our sleep and cause fatigue, because it's essentially like your body running on overtime, creates all this heat, and you have nowhere to release it. And you know, I don't know if it's hard for you to sleep when you're warm, but you're not only warm from external factors, but also from internal factors. So we'll work on both of those things. We'll have you get on the table, joined by my assistant and myself, and we'll start the treatment.
Thank you.
All right, let's start with working on the neck. Just relax. I don't need anything else from you. I just need you to provide me with all your weight. I want to feel the stomach. Okay, so it's actually the left side. That was the side that your leg, your knee was hurting as well, right? The left side?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm listening for the resonance. So there's definitely more air on the left side. I'm feeling the vertebrae in the back of the neck. Okay, I'm actually going to start in the ears. This is more focusing on that internal heat, but we'll address everything. Gently right here. And the ears are quite red, and that's another sign of that internal heat, that warmth. Do you ever feel like your ears get hot?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. Well, the blood flow is very intense here. Even just gentle touching is causing it to turn quite red. So I'm putting on some medication that might actually make it feel a little warmer and more irritated for now, but it will help in the long term. So our ears are full of essential points to stimulate, and they're also a direct energetic kind of chasm into our third eye and crown chakra, into the mind. So if you think about it, more medical, holistic medical terms, you're absorbing not only vibration through your ears, but also it's one of these large orifices that leads to the brain. So we have to be really careful about keeping it clean and uninfected and healthy. going to stimulate the trigeminal nerve. This is one of our cranial nerves, and it controls the functioning of the muscles of the face and our sensory muscles. So cranial nerves 5 and 7 is what we're working on here. Relaxing the cranial nerves is also hugely beneficial with our fatigue and our sleep, encouraging good sleep. I'm going to check inside the ear for any signs of redness, infection, inflammation. Remove anything that shouldn't be there. So not every bit of wax, because that's not harmful for us, but clear out so that you can have a healthy auricular cranial nerve. Here, just a little puff of air. There was no inflammation or signs of infection in the ears, but there was a little bit of redness and irritation, so I'm going to put something inside that's a bit cold. side. Doing the same thing over here, placing this treatment on the outside. And then working my way in. Okay, don't move. So there's more swelling and inflammation on this side. It's the left side, so not surprising because it lines up with the left side of the body being a little out of whack. I'm going to use moxibustion on this side, and it's going to feel a little, counterintuitive because it's going to feel warm, but what we're doing is drawing the heat outwards. Stimulating the nerve that runs inside the ear. This is testing cranial nerve 6, stimulating cranial nerve 6 rather. work a little bit on your headaches while I'm up here before I move down to the feet. We'll work on activating the meridians to keep the mind clear and fully. This also works out some of this tension that we have in this frontal lobe area, which can definitely lead to tension headaches. The sinuses, the frontal sinuses, as well as these pulses here tell us a lot. Use just a little bit of jasmine oil. Clearing out some of the toxins, moving them through the lymphatic system. Before we move down to your feet, let's do a quick little balance of the eyes. Keep your eyes closed. I'm going to stimulate them from with the light, but with the lids closed. Stimulating a deeper nerve, optic nerve behind the eye. Running it along the brow line and underneath maxillary sinuses. And then move down to work on your feet to try and pull out some of that wind element and balance the energy down there, okay? I'm going to start with the right side, the less affected side. I'm going to feel the pulses in the feet. Pedal pulses. feeling for the temperature. The temperature side to side. I do a couple of different tools on the feet to work out some of the issues. I'm going to start out with some basic blood flow with a spiky roller. The spikes get the blood moving and stimulates the nervous system. Acts as an acupressure tool as well. And we're going to really work out this muscle here. Gotta go a little deeper. I'm going to use the jade tip for a massage. Intense. You see that toe moves right there when I press that point. So we have a lot of points in our feet that lead to other parts of the body. So I'm going to use the pressure point tool to stimulate all those points. And especially in this middle section here. Oh, I can show you. So we've got the liver, kidney, colon, and stomach all in this middle section. So this is really tight in here. That doesn't surprise me if you're having some stomach discomfort. Also going to press on the sciatic nerve. In between the toes is going to feel a little weird. So there's a reflex down here. It's called the Babinski. And yours is good. And we're just, I know it's a little uncomfortable, but It's important to stimulate these things. Let's look at the other side. Feeling the pulses. Okay, your problem on this side is more in this top area where we see the lungs here. So that's that wind blockage. Stimulating the lung point and the heart point. Also working on the bladder point, that will help you with actually removing the waste from the body and the toxins and the bloating. Gut reflex. The suction cup helps remove those toxins, and we should be able to move them out of the system now that we've stimulated that liver and bladder area. Alright, Jeremy, so we've done a little work in a couple of places today. I'll make all those notes in your chart, and I want you to report to me in just a couple of weeks. Tell me how you're feeling. I want to see if you're sleeping any better and if your stomach settled down at all, okay?
Sounds good.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you so much.